two tasks left for HashSet. So the next one is to write a method which check if HashSet contains I have some guess contains all elements from another set. So first I think let's think about how we will test it. So I can create set. We have set number 1 in set, and let's create set number 2, set integer set 2, and let's add some values here. We use add all set 2, and so we had 1 2 3 4 5 initially, and we have this set. And so let's add 13 and 15. Okay, set, and let's initialize it as a new hash set. Okay, so we almost ready to test. So I have set 1 and set 2, and let's go directly to the method private static void if set contains other set, and let's take set 1. Can I use just set here, just an interface set integer set 1, and also set integer set 2. So actually the check is quite simple. Let's make it boolean, private boolean, because boolean or void. I need to choose only one, and set 1, we have a special method here, contains all. Set 2, and let's make it another way. Let's print it out. Actually, so let's change it back to void. And let's print a result. So I have 2 sets, and it's time to test it. Private void, private static. Yes, I forgot static, that's why I can't call this method directly. So let's no, why? let's create set1 also. Let's make add 10 randoms, and we also have set2 and inset and set2. So let's check it out. True, okay, and let's make it. Let's add a value which definitely we don't have in set1 in numset. Oh, false. It works. Yeah. And let's make our last task. Hash cache. And the task is to implement a cache based on hash set, which automatically remove old elements after some time. So how I am going to solve it? First, I am going to create a hash, and also I am going to create a hash map for utility purpose. So in hash map I'm going to store hash values from our hash as keys, and actually as values I'm going to store a time of adding this element into hash, and I'm going to compare and also I'm going to introduce a storage time, and I'm going to compare the difference between a current time and time of adding the element, and if it's bigger than storage value, I'm going to remove it. So let's start from the very beginning. Let's create a hash set. What I'm going to use it, integer set no send private static integer cache, and also private static map in integer and long. Okay, let's import it. long and call it timestamp. Okay, and also let's introduce a constant private final static long timestamp. Long. And what's wrong here? Yeah. No, I will initialize it later, I think. Okay, initialize it with 0. Actually, again, when I made first attempt to solve this task, I created an object, and now I am going to implement it with statics. But why not the object? But let's try. Okay. No, I really like objects idea here. I think because of container. No, static, and static, and let's timestamp, and let's make a static block here. And initialize all these static value. So cache new hash set and timestamp like new hash map. Okay, map and timestamp in millisecond. Let's initialize it also here. Okay, so I initialized all the static variables, and let's create our main class, which checks if an element expired. Private static okay, let's try. Is expired. Actually, what was my idea here? I think okay, if let's also let me create main, and let's start from testing first. So we can take cache, and I add one first element and cache add second element, and let's for example make a pause here, thread sleep, and one more thread sleep, also 300. What's problem with sleep? Okay, let's add exception, and let's add one more element, 3. Okay, and so what I'm going to check, if no, actually I'm wrong here. I think first let's create a method of adding element, private static void add element. Let's make integer number. Integer number. So what I want to do, when I add element, I add it into HashSet, and second I add it into HashMap with timestamp. Okay, let's do it. I can even leave it this way. So cache add num, and timestamp put stamps put none, and current system current time in milliseconds. Okay, so I just added is expired. So I think this method should iterate through my collection, I mean HashSet, and compare timestamp in map with current time, and if it's bigger than our timestamp, we should we should remove our element. So let's try. Let's start with creating iterator integer t, and let's assign it to our cache iterator. Okay, good. So we have an iterator. And I think while and we would probably iterate while cache is not empty. While not cache is empty. So while not cache is empty, what first we check? So cache is not empty. Okay. And so we check if no, let's start. While iterator have next, no cache. Now what problem here? Iterator, why it have next? It next, and here our condition. If what I'm going to do, let me gather my thoughts. First I need to find if how I can take a map if timestamps get it next, it's okay. So when I don't remember okay, let's get it next minus no if system no, let's introduce now long now system current type. Let's make it nice and short. Now minus if now minus time of creation bigger than timestamp, and I forgot then IT remove. IT remove, and also we need to remove this timestamp. Remove. How I can find the timestamp? Maybe I can first remove it. Remove IT. Next. What's wrong here? One more brace. Okay. Started with. So I need one more. Or I need. Boolean. I need to. Right. Public static void. I'm not going to return anything here, and I think it would nice to add it here. Let's call it remove expired, and also here remove expired, and let's create a printing method, private static void print cache. And cache for each system out println, and let's add an empty line here. Okay, so here I add one value and stop for 3 seconds, and then add second value and stop for 3 seconds and add 3, and let's print on each print cache and print, no, and print cache again, and actually I can also add remove expired here, expired before printing, so it will be even better. So I expect what I am expecting to be printed. I expect 1 here, and here 1 and 2, and and here, so 3 and 3, no, 2, and here 2 and 3. Okay, let's check it out. Ah, no such element. While I think I need to check. Okay, if let's check that cache is empty. No. Else if else what's problem with break here? If okay, let's make it if cache is not empty, and let's remove else there, and yeah, it's needless. What's wrong with print cache? Ah. Braces. I hate this. It's here, it's ended here. It should be here. And one. Okay, let's try it out again. I still think I made a mistake here. So I have a hash map initialized and hash set initialized, right? Put num, and so I filled both. Okay. Move. So first I check if cache is not empty. And I create an iterator for cache. Let's debug it. Iterator, cache as cache iterator, and while it has next, actually I think I don't need this extra check. While first iterator has next. I introduce a new variable now, and temps. So I move to the first element and check if now minus timestamp. Okay, let's get it next. So if now minus creation is more than a timestamp, so first I remove this value from the map, and then I remove it from. Okay, let's check it. So let's So we have one value in hash, okay. And then I go into iterator. Yes, I created. So next is my first element and current now, and okay. Actually, let's make output bigger. Okay, so we have still one value in cache. Okay, let's maybe move it, check it here. Okay, so let's variables, debug. Okay, let's start it again. Debug. Okay, add sleep. And go one value in cache. I think I will got the same result here. So maybe I also if actually let me check one thing. It looks like add. What kind of add here? Actually let me rename add element. Element and an element. It looks like I call wrong method here. Add. What's wrong here? Public static void add an element. Yes, actually everything was correct. So add an element. Instead of my custom, which is absolutely the same, not absolutely, instead of using my custom method, I used a built-in method for HashSet here. Yeah. So let's debug it. Actually, let's do it one more time. Okay, cache, and finally we put the value into timestamp. Oops. and still hash map, hash iterator, hash set tasks, hash cache, remove expired, add an element, main. So what else wrong here? IT has next. It's actually next remove current element. Next. Two. Next not key. Let's again. Maybe and cache is empty, and let's start it over again. So I add into timestamp key and value. Okay. And then I go to the next. EID, one value. And what next? Cache timestamp and next no. Looks like some stupid mistake here. Okay, let me think a little bit by myself.